and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of May 20, Monday. I'm Riza Diaz. Leading up today's rush with the Comelec postponing the proclamation for the winning senatorial candidates and party lists. The commission says it's just not ready yet. But we're bringing you the latest partial and official tally of votes after the poll body adjourned last night. It's Senator Senia Villar still on top, or the top spot, followed by another re-electionist Grace Poe. Now on the third place is Bongo Pia Cayetanos at the fourth spot and Bato de la Rosa at fifth. Still at the seventh place is Lito Lapid, followed by Amy Marcos. Francis Tolentino, with roughly the same number of votes, is at the ninth spot. Senator Coco Pimentel at the 10th place, still the same, and Bong Revilla also unchanged after stealing the 11th spot from Senator Nancy Binay last Saturday. JV Ejercito, Bam Aquino, and Jinggoy Estrada, meanwhile, are still a notch below the Magic 12. Now, as of 7 p.m. last night, ACT CIS still leads the party list race in the partial and official count. This is followed by Bayan Muna and Ako Bicol with a little over 1 million votes. Sibak and Provinciano rounds up the top 5. One Pacman, Marino, Provinciano Ako, Senior Citizens, and Magsasaka party list makes up the top 10. APEC, Gabriela, Anwaray, Co-op, Natco, and Bisaya Ako Bisaya are on the 11th to 15th place with some 400,000 votes so far. Tingog Sinirangan, ACT teachers Abono Buhay and Philreca, on the other hand, are on the 16th to 20th place ranked in the party list. And we're down to 5. I'm talking about the certificates of canvass, which will round up the official tally of the midterm elections. Now, the Comelec, sitting as the National Board of Canvassers, say the 5 remaining COCs will be from Isabela, Washington, D.C., Japan, Saudi Arabia, and Nigeria. COCs from Isabela are expected to be transmitted tonight after the special elections today in the municipality of Jones due to the supposed intentional burning of a vote counting machine in Barangay Dicamay 1. Now, the poll body adds the corrupted SD cards from foreign countries also caused a delay.
The SD cards are corrupted and the replacement has to come from our Santa Rosa warehouse, our hub. That's why it took time, because they had to ship the replacement SD cards.
And as I've mentioned, the proclamation of winning senators and party lists was deferred because of transmission problems brought by corrupted SD cards. The Comelec earlier set the proclamation on Sunday, but now the poll body says it will likely take place on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. And the palace says the National Youth Commission chairperson Ronald Cardema is considered resigned from his present post after he filed a petition to be a substitute nominee of Duterte Youth Party list. Presidential spokesperson Sal Panelo says that though the Comelec has yet to approve Cardema's petition, the palace already deems his NYC seat abandoned because Cardema, quote, exposed his desire to serve the government in a different capacity by merely filing it. Meanwhile, Akbayan Youth is expressing its dismay over Cardema's petition, saying the Comelec must dismiss it right away because it supposedly makes a mockery of the elections and that it was not submitted on time. The election watchdog Contra Daya, on the other hand, questions the petition of 33-year-old Cardema. Cardema citing the Party List System Act, where nominees of the youth sector are mandated to be at least 25 to 30 years old on election day. Contra Daya describes Cardema as an overage government official, publicly known for being a lapdog of the Marcoses and the Dutertes. Malacañang is again dispelling rumors of President Duterte allegedly admitting himself to a hospital due to frail health. Palas was quick to issue a statement explaining that Duterte, in his absence this week, is in Davao still signing papers. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panel, although, says that the president still isn't confirming nor denying that he went to the hospital. Executive Secretary Salvador Melmidea also came to Duterte's defense, saying the president's so-called admission donation to Cardinal Santos Hospital in San Juan City was merely fake news. Former presidential aide Bongo also released photos of him and Duterte, who seems to be upbeat and not sick at all, and was likewise or contrary to some reports. Fire hit Glorieta 2 Mall in Makati, 6:05 last night. First alarm was raised just 5 minutes after the blaze started. 6 fire trucks responded to the incident and the fire was put out at 6:31. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation while the estimated worth of damage is around 10,000 pesos. Mall operations meanwhile are now back to normal. Loma Quezon City again proved its worth for the title as Lechon Capital of the Philippines as it celebrates its rich production of roasted pigs. Jen Calimon with a report.
Roasted pigs were paraded atop floats on the streets of Loma Quezon City on Saturday. The lechons looked like humans as they were dressed up with traditional Filipino costumes. This one even looked like it's ready to respond to a fire-related emergency because it was sporting a firefighter suit while riding a fire truck. This lechon, on the other hand, held a guitar looks like it's courting residents of La Loma, while a few of the festival's participants danced along. It has been an annual tradition for La Loma to celebrate the Lechon Festival, not only as a recognition of the rich lechon production, but also a form of thanksgiving to the Nuestra Señora de Salvacion. La Loma is known as the country's lechon capital because of the numerous stores selling roasted pigs in the area. Lechons of different sizes can be bought in La Loma for 6,000 to 12,000 pesos.
Dito sa La Loma po kasi ready to go ang lechon. At napakarami po nila lechon na mapagpipilian. At iba-ibang size. At napaka-reasonable po ang presyo dito sa La Loma. Malinis. At talagang dito sa atin ini-inspection po lahat ng mga kinakatay nating baboy. Ito talaga natural na lasa niya kung ano yung breed niya. Hindi siya frozen. Press, makikita mo tumutulog. Sasaw-saw mo sa tinapay, napakasarap.
The lechon has always been an iconic part of Filipino celebrations. This is why La Loma's lechoneros are striving to keep this tradition alive for the next generations.
Sa buong mundo, palagi ko, dito lang sila makakita ng ready to go na lechon na buo-buo, Dahil ito medyo mahirap din ang pagproseso ng lechon. Bili mo magmula sa buhay, angkatin mo galing probinsya, pagdating dito, kakatay mo, ihawin mo, at talagang kakaiba ho. At ang lechon natin talaga malalaki, hindi pang oven.
Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon, we are One News.
Here are the biggest stories from the Philippine Star. Pangmasa reports that the Foreign Affairs Department is warning job seekers to be cautious of work opportunities in UAE, Turkey, and other European countries, especially those that don't require a valid visa. This comes after the DFA found out the recruitment network in Pampanga and Pasay, or even from UAE and Iraq, is illegally offering jobs. 8 of the supposed human trafficking victims have been arrested last month and have been deported. A landfill in Barangay in Binaliw, Cebu will operate amid ongoing protests from its residents. The city's Bids and Awards Committee has declared ARN Builders, the developer of the 10-hectare landfill, as its service provider for a garbage contract amounting to 65 million pesos. The landfill in Binaliw will serve as disposal site of garbage generated from July to December. Quezon City residents and businesses are likely to get a reprieve from already deferred hefty increase in real property tax looming in January next year. That's as Mayor-elect Joy Belmonte said she plans to put on hold implementation of higher land fair market values, or FMV, pending further consultation with the people. The city government issued the ordinance which increases FMVs in December 2016, but the Supreme Court halted the implementation as it issued a temporary restraining order on April 2017. The High Court lifted the TRO on last year, allowing the hike to proceed, but the QC, or the Quezon City government, suspended implementation to January 2020. Operations for the LRT Line 2 are back to normal after the collision on Saturday. Take note, commuters, but the management says investigations will still continue to find out just what exactly happened. Carlo Castillo has this report.
This is the aftermath of the collision between two coaches of LRT Line 2. The coaches collided with one another midway Cubao and Anona stations last Saturday night. Some debris even made their way to the streets due to the impact of the crash. A passenger also managed to take videos inside the train minutes after the crash, showing how tension gripped most of the commuters. The inner portion of the train was also damaged after the collision. The LRT management explains that one of their coaches broke down and had to be parked at the emergency bay between Katipunan and Anona stations on Saturday afternoon. But for some reason, the LRTA says the coach moved toward the incoming coach.
At around 9:51, for unknown reason, gumalaw ito. Pumunta siya doon sa main line. Pasalubong ngayon doon sa train coming from Cubao Station. The train coming from Cubao Station was immediately informed may runaway train. So immediately tumigil yung good train, yung galing ng Cubao Station. But this one, yung runaway train, yun ang tuloy-tuloy na bumangga.
31 passengers and 4 LRT2 personnel sustained minor injuries and had to be brought to the nearest hospitals after the accident.
Bigla na lang pong akala po namin may sumabog na. Tapos wala na po, nagtalsikan na po kami sa loob. Yung kamay ko po, tas yung likod ko po yung tumama, medyo napuruhan, medyo masakit po. Pero wala naman pong fracture o ano, medyo bugbog lang po.
We apologize for what happened. No? Wala pong may gusto nito, lalong-lalo na kami. At ang aming concern ngayon ay yung kapakanan ng mga nasaktan.
The LRTA says a fact-finding team has been formed to look into the matter, although operations are now back to normal. The management insists that this is an isolated case and the first time for the LRT2 since its operation started in 2003.
Well, we have a new maintenance provider. Kasama din sila actually sa investigation. So kasama din sila sa, everybody will be involved. Yung control center natin, yung maintenance natin, yung security natin.
Transportation Secretary Art Tugade and other DOTR officials also visited the injured passengers, vowing to help with their medical expenses and other needs after the accident. For News 5, Carlo Castillo, We Are One News.
Fast break now to Sports Rush. The Ateneo Lady Eagles snatched the UAAP women's volleyball title on Saturday after dominating the Golden Tigresses in 3 sets, 25-17, 25-22, and another 25-22. Lady Eagles captain Bea De Leon, who is in her final playing year, was named Finals MVP. But still, two of USC's top guns bagged 2 major awards. Cici Rondina is the season's 81's best scorer, while Aya Laure notched Rookie of the Year. It was still sportsmanship at its finest in the volleyball finals. After all, the spiking Ateneo's Madi Madayag and UST's Queen Tigress Cici Rondina went for a cartwheel match, ending with a warm hug. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.